Ward inspired other wealthy heirs and heiresses to do the same thing. Before you know it, the New York elite are basically in a constant contest to see who can throw the biggest, most over-the-top party. There was one socialite who became like best friends with Ward. Her name was Caroline Astor, from the very famous Astor family, which they come from old money, whatever that means. Caroline took her party throwing very seriously. In 1906, Miss Astor goes off and plans the craziest debutante ball you can think of. I guess these types of balls, that's funny, were all the rage during this time. Am I 12 years old? Okay, these balls, they were all the rage. I love that. The whole point of these balls, this was like a time to present young teen girls to society and be like, here, she's fertile, she's flirty, she's rich. Wife her up, boys. Fun fact, they still happen today, but back then they were the place to be and be seen. It was your official introduction into high society. Your outfit needed to be on point. Your hair needed to be flawless. You needed to have tits out. You needed to throw some glitter on them legs. I don't know, you just needed to claim attention and claim the room. Miss Astor thrived when it came to hosting these parties since she was the socialite queen at the time. So let's say maybe you got invited to one of these parties, right? It's the big day. Oh, I couldn't imagine. 3 people have to help you get into like your, because back then they had to wear these big dresses in like 14 layers, right? And it's puffy, and you gotta put on the corset, blah, blah, blah. So you gotta have like people helping you get ready, right? You do the finishing touches to your hair, you're ready. So then, you know, you're dressed up, you get to the party, you're excited to see everybody, right? See all your snooty friends and see the cute little debutantes. The second you walk in, there's like a butler there who's gonna hand you a big flute of champagne. And you're like, fuck yeah. These parties were filled with very powerful people, the powerful politicians, whoever else is in charge, people with money and oil money, and it's just a room filled with money. So you get to this party, Caroline Astor approaches you, welcomes you to the event and says like, just wait until the big reveal. I have a big special reveal, sweetie, just wait. And you're like, oh my God, I love a reveal. She clinks her glass and she's like, thank you everyone for coming. I know my parties are great and I'm rich and I just like appreciate you for being here. Everyone, I have a surprise for you. I have a surprise. And then she's like, everyone, look at the ceiling. Look at the ceiling, everyone. So everyone's like, what? Let me look at the ceiling. So they look at the ceiling and then like a rope is pulled and it opened up a net. A net, not a net, a net. And you see what happened was there was a bunch of butterflies in there, and all these and when they opened it, all these butterflies, there was like 10,000 butterflies. Well, they died up there because they were in a net. So all these butterflies, 10,000 butterflies, dead, fall from the ceiling. Okay, people freak. People are freaking out because there's dead bugs dropping into their champagne glasses and in their hair, and like, what the fuck is that? You know, like, is that, like, you just dropping bugs on us? That's a surprise? Miss Astor had this amazing idea to have butterflies flying around her party. Oh, could you imagine, like, fluttering around? It would be iconic. No one would be able to talk about anything but her butterfly bash for months to come. So Mary was like, I'm gonna buy 10,000 exotic butterflies, have them shipped from Brazil to my mansion for this party. Oh yeah, Mary bought 10,000 butterflies from Brazil. That's a flex. So they're shipped over to the house, whatever. She had like a net attached to her ceiling, and then that's where all the butterflies were. And when the net was opened, the butterflies would fly out, and it was just like, it would be beautiful, like twinkling forest fairies. Love that. But the one thing she didn't have a friend to tell her about was that there's some hot-ass lights in the ceiling, and direct heat doesn't really work that well on butterflies. So yeah, not a great combo. The butterflies cooked. The butterflies, like I mentioned, dead, all dead. They ended up burning to death, R.I.P. And the ball was ruined. I'm laughing because she probably thought she was a shit, right? She's like, wait till they see these butterflies. They are gonna fucking lose it. And then they pull it and they're all dead. beautiful. That brings me joy. To know that her ball was ruined, come on, that's great. Okay, but listen, it gets even better.
Miss Astor.
And McAllister were so picky with who they invited, they pissed off some people. So meet Alva Vanderbilt. When I say this woman was swimming in money, it was more like drowning in it. So her whole family owned an entire block in New York City, and this block was referred to as Millionaire's Row, which, you know, wow, her whole family lived there, all next to each other, which is that's kind of cute, but it was just a whole block of money. Like, damn. Even though she was ballin', no one cared. So she needed to do something major. So when Alva's Fifth Avenue mansion was finally done, she saw her chance to throw the biggest, fanciest, greatest party anyone on the East Coast had seen in their lives. So Alva decides to hold her very own ball where she invites over 1,000 people. And she decided that this wasn't going to be just any type of ball. This was going to be a masquerade ball. Everybody loves a costume party. So she wanted everyone to come in with the most ridiculous costumes ever. Just really go all out. So Alva invites a shit ton of people, like 1,200 people. She includes new money, she includes old money, she includes people who have money, but like, it's kind of like, ew, why'd you invite that person, you know, within the group? And like, this was completely unheard of. If you're a wealthy person, you do not associate yourself with someone of lesser value, you know? Anyways, so a lot of people were like, wow, this is very bold of her. Alva's goal with this party was to throw the party of the century. Months leading up to this party, a lot of the people were going all out, just trying to make the craziest costumes. They were hitting up different jewelers, getting like very rare, expensive stones to add to their dresses or their masks. Everyone was going all out, okay? I just think of the middle finger. They just want to be like, fuck yeah, I got money. And on the night of the event, the costumes did not disappoint, rumor has it. I wasn't there, but like, it did not disappoint. Some people came in the cute costumes, like one person did the Little Bo Peep. We have a Joan of Arc over here. We got a clown. Hey, clown. You know, one of the Vanderbilts showed up in an electric costume, okay? And she had this little button in her pocket. And whenever people looked at her, she'd be like, boop, and press the button and just totally light up. I mean, that's cool now, but back then, electricity was like a brand new thing. And this woman, she's wearing electricity. Could you imagine? You'd be like, what the fuck, right? Your head would explode. Another woman walks in, one of Alva's sister-in-laws. She shows up in a bee costume. First of all, I love a bee. I love a bee. Who doesn't love a bee? I love a bee. Remember my bees? Save the bees. And she had like this big beehive headdress. She's Amy Winehouse in it. And the beehive was 100% made of diamonds. Honestly, I'm not that impressed. I would be more impressed if it was an actual beehive. Like, had bees swarming in it. Oh, bitch, I would lose my shit. But okay, 100% diamonds. So people are like, oh my God, wow. Yeah, I hate rich people. I fucking hate them. And then there was this other girl, this was a socialite. Her name was Puss. Yeah, great name. Puss, as you can imagine, was obsessed with cats. So in order to match her personality and her name, she decided she's gonna, she needed a costume that matched it. So she went ahead and took a stuffed dead cat and wore it on her head. I'm gonna Google that. What was her name? Puss. Oh my God. Oh my God. She's got a dead cat on her head. The cat kind of looks a little scared. But the cat's dead. Okay, so that's what she looks like. Honestly, I love the choker that says Puss. I wouldn't mind getting one. Good for her. She's like, fuck your cats on my head. Not only did she have the cat on her head, but she also sewed 17 real cattails to her dress. So, I mean, like, these people were just ready to party. They didn't fuck around. So they would party for hours and they would drink $65,000 worth of champagne. I mean, dinner wasn't even served until 2 in the morning. After all was said and done, Alva spent about $250,000 on this party alone. In today's money, that would be equivalent to a $6 million party. and a $6 million middle finger to Miss Astor, who at first wasn't invited.